in CANVA. So once I've created my Canva layout, I save them in photo, and then I can pull them up on my laptop. So that'll be the next step. So here is my SAWGRASS SG400. I've had it for about 4 or 5 years, but this is what I do my printing on for my sublimation. All right, so we're gonna pull out the laptop, print it to the SAWGRASS, and then we'll come back together there. All right, so here is my image that I've created over in Canva. If you want instructions on how to do that, I'll do that. Here I'm showing you how I use my iPad to create my images. I like it because of my pen. So here you see me showing you how I transfer that to my desktop or my laptop, sorry. So I just airdrop that image over to my MacBook Pro, and that's what it's doing here. Now I'm going to go over to my MacBook Pro. You see that it has airdropped. So now I'm going to actually drag that image over into my desktop and save it on the desktop when I drag it over automatically. All right. Now what we want to do is we're going to go into Safari, internet, or any other internet application you're using. We're going to log into sawgrassinc.com. I'm actually kind of trying to hide my login information, so that's why you don't see the top of the screen here. And I am logged in, and then what I'm going to do now is just showing you different fonts, images, things you can use on SAWGRASS. But in this case, we've already created our layout, so I'm going to go over to my images. In my images, it's going to pull up all the images I have. I click upload those images, click upload again. Once it loads, it's going to load all of my images that are on my desktop. That is where I have it saved. So here I am going to find that image. I see it here. I selected that image we created in Canva, click save, and now I am waiting for that to save. All right, so now that it's saved, I clicked on that image. I brought it over to my canvas, and so here I am dragging that to adjust it. So you can actually use the scale button here to scale it to size, or you can drag the image and scale it to the size you want. Either way. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to actually do a custom canvas size because I've measured my tumbler previously before the video. And so I am going to put it in inches. I know that I wanted 10.25 for my width, and my height, I know that I want it at a, at a 8.25. And then I hit create, and I hit but click create. Once I click create, it changes that canvas size. Now I can actually stretch it to fit that canvas size, or I can use my scale option over that I just previously showed you to scale it to size. I use a combination of those to get it to where I want it to fit onto my tumbler. Okay. So now here I'm adjusting it just to kind of see how my layout looks, if I like it or not. And then we go from there. Okay, so you'll see me adjusting and playing with the layout where it will fit on the cup, and just kind of looking at it. So now I have it exactly where I want it. So now I'm going to go up to the top and click print. And then when I click print, I'm going to select my MacBook Pro because I have a desktop that I also have connected to my SAWGRASS SG400 printer. So I click loading, and when you do that, I always like to do vivid. So I'm going to go back and click vivid to make sure I get a very bright picture. You can do graphic, you can do photographic, cool gray, and it'll tone the colors down. But I want it full graphic, full print image picture here. Okay. All right, so we're loading, waiting for it to print. It says print has been successfully queued. Click OK. And I'm going to open up my print manager. I should have done that previously. Sorry, did not do that. Let me log in. I'll be right back. All right, so let's do that again. And what we're going to do is log in and it printed. And now I am waiting for it to print. You'll see my ink levels are kind of low here. I like to make sure I use every bit of ink because that ink is expensive. To fill this printer, the ink for that printer, I think I pay for all 4 cartridges. I think I pay about $300 to $400 for all 4 cartridges, but it's the investment. They last a while. All right, so my image is here. Look at it. All right, and it is printed.
So now I'm going to cut on my cup press. I actually bought the 20 ounce press from from Amazon. I'll link that in the description below where you could go and purchase this one if you're interested. I press my cups at 180 degrees Celsius for 50 seconds. Okay. All right. So we're going to let that get warm, get heat up, and I'm going to wrap my cup. My cup is wrapped. I have the tape on it. It beeps to let me know that it is ready. So once I've done that, I put it in there. Pay attention to the direction. On this heat press, it will count down for you for the seconds, and then it will beep once it's done. All right, so here I am just showing you my heat glove. I'm not grabbing it out with my bare hand because it is hot. Caution warning. So now I'm just turning it over and letting it press, waiting for the tumbler to finish. All right, so the cup is now finished after I rotated it and I pressed it on the other side. So now I'm just opening up the press because it beeped that it was ready, taking it out. I typically like to let it cool before I actually open it, but I'm excited. This one, I actually created this layout start to finish. So I was really excited. So I kept my glove on because it is hot. It's not real hot, but just kind of still warm. So I have the glove on that hand on the top over that metal cup. That's why you see me picking little by little because the cup is hot. I warn you, wait till it's cool before you open. All right. And I am just here trying to open it so I can see this image. So excited. And a lot of times people will talk about, Erica, you tape the mess out of the cup. Yes, I do tape it. I put a lot of tape because I want it to get a good, crisp image. And I think that comes from previously before this press, I used to use the toaster oven and you would have to use the shrink wrap and all of that. So I just wanted to make sure that it really adheres to that cup. And let's see. So you can see there the color looks good. Great color. And you can see the customer's name on the cup there. And that Aquarius logo is throughout the background of the image. And then her date of birth, birthday, and Aquarius Diva. It came out really good. I'm so excited. So here you see me still pulling at that tape. I got to do better, I know, but it is what it is. I like to tape it down on those edges because if you don't tape those edges down really good, sometimes you'll get a lift and then you'll get that blurring at the bottom because it did not press thoroughly. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get it off at the bottom. All right, there we go. All right, so here's our cup. Yay, we did it. Finish. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thanks for tuning in.